happening, gang? Back live in the Secret Stash. Tracking down some cool local people, talking about some cool local stuff, and I definitely feel like we fit that bill today with my man Rick Davis. Rick is a sales director at Pacific Gate. He also works in conjunction with ReThink Downtown. Talking about San Diego, coming on the map, being poised to be a superstar city and stepping into that world-class stage. And the Pacific Gate project being the piece that we're going to be able to hang our hat on to say that we have arrived. I think that's probably a fair statement to say that, right, Rick?
Yes.
Repeating what you've said over the last 50 minutes, my friend. So, final thoughts on this. I know we've hit on the ReThink specifically. We talked about the Pacific Gate project specifically. And I know there's something we're going to get into here with something that's very important to you and the BOSA development with World Housing. But so for folks, again, final thoughts. ReThink. Anything else we didn't cover about that?
Just to let people know, it's located in the corner of 1st and G. It's open from 11 to 5 every day. And this coming Sunday will be the last day. So Sunday is a bit of a celebration of the exhibition's run. We will have light bites, beverages, little desserts. Come on by if you haven't had a chance to see ReThink, or come by again for one last look if you want to really get into more detail and didn't get to read it all when you came through the first time. So.
And there's also cool, didn't you guys commission some local artists and stuff, like some murals?
There were a couple. There was one mural inside and one mural outside that were commissioned by local. One was a student of the San Diego State School of Art and Design. She was in there basically painting the mural while we were open every day, so people got a chance to come in and watch her work. So that happened kind of over the first month when we were open, so That's cool. It was very exciting. Yep. And there's also a display of students' architectural concepts from some exercise they were doing at the San Diego it's called the New School of Art and Design, which is an architectural school downtown. Yep. So there's a display of a handful of high-rise towers that students created conceptually. Not sure if they're actually able to be constructed.
Look out, Bosa.
Some of them are pretty wild. Yeah. But, so there's interesting things to see in the gallery, too. So.
That's cool. Yeah, so definitely go down and check that out. Again, more information, it's rethinkdowntown.com. Make sure you cruise by there before Sunday, gang. It's a sight to behold. Make sure you don't miss out on it. So, okay, ReThink being what it is, maybe final thoughts on Pacific Gate.
I think maybe we've said it all. It's a super prime building coming to a super prime city, or an upcoming superstar city. We're just excited to see this architecture hit downtown San Diego. One of the components that we haven't discussed is World Housing. And I know you had that on your list. World Housing is a nonprofit organization dedicated to building neighborhoods for people who live in the worst living conditions in the world, which is people who live in dumps. And if you
literally
they live on dumps because they can survive in a dump, but they're the filthiest, as you can imagine, worst living conditions in the world. And World Housing is dedicated to building neighborhoods for people that live in dumps in kind of a Tom's Shoes type program, one-to-one. Right. So a recent project that was launched up in Vancouver called the Vancouver House. It was a one-to-one program, so every purchaser of a condominium in that building got to give the keys to a new home to a family in Cambodia that built a home for every home that was purchased. And the Pacific Gate project with BOSA Development, every owner that purchases a condominium in Pacific Gate will trigger a contribution from BOSA to build a neighborhood in Manila, Philippines, in a dump that's there. It'll be a neighborhood that will house 350 people, I believe. So very, very exciting component. It won't make any difference to the owners as far as what they have to do. It just triggers a contribution, but they will hopefully enjoy the fact that they're helping build a home for somebody in Manila that literally is living in a garbage dump.
It's incredible, and I love that thought. That's actually something that I wish I had the ability to manage. Like when the Tom's thing came out, that was something that we kind of talked about helping, but it's just kind of like, man, there's so many integrated parts with that. So grateful that someone with the vision of the BOSA gang to be able to do that. So why did they choose Manila?
Well, Peter Dupuy, who kind of was one of the founders of the World Housing, spent some time going around the world literally looking for the worst living conditions in the world. And as I said last year, they were building homes in Cambodia. Yeah. Manila is, I think this dump in Manila is the largest, if I remember right, in the world. Or one of them anyway, where people live in the garbage dump. So it's I haven't been there myself, but it's pretty phenomenal to experience. And giving people the opportunity to, they don't just build homes either. World Housing actually builds neighborhoods. So
I was gonna hit you about that.
It includes schools. It includes all the facilities that are needed.
That's
it's not
amazing.
just giving them a home, because historically that has been tried before and it's fairly unsuccessful. But when you build a neighborhood, and there are requirements of these families to be drug-free and to have no abuse in the family and things such as this, for them to be able to maintain residence there.
Wow.
So it's more than just building them a home. It's really changing their lifestyle and giving them an opportunity. So as you can imagine, it would be a pretty exciting thing to be able to hand the keys over to a family to a new house that's been living in literally in a shanty and a dump.
And even better, give them the keys to an entire new life because they're building a neighborhood, not just a house.
Yes, exactly.
So the schools and that's an incredible vision.
That's one of the requirements. The children have to go to school.
Yeah, nice work.
Yep.
Nice work, Rick Davis, my friend, sales guru. I just retitled you. You're the sales guru for Pacific Gate. Definitely left us better than how you found us today. Gang, if you want to learn more about this project, go to rethinkdowntown.com. Go check them out before Sunday. And if you want to get your name on the interest list so you can learn more about upcoming developments as they become available, specific to the different units offered, the floor plans, that's going to be a big one that's going to be coming out soon, the prices of each of those, respectively, HOA fees that are going to be coming online, hopefully as soon as those others do, and anything else about the project, including getting your name in the hat, because this is going to be a very popular conversation. Go to my website, thegreenhousegroupinc.com/Pacific Gate, and we're going to have a form on there that you can get your name registered in for information forthcoming. Rick Davis, thank you so much, my man, for coming on Secret Stash.
Thank you, Jesse.
Fantastic job, my friend. And gang, I appreciate you hanging out. We'll be back next hour with another installment of the Secret Stash, so hang tight. We'll be right back.